that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The winner here gets a ticket to Tampa. The loser stays home, and we are underway in the AFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For Phillip Lindsay, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
First down, right back to Lindsay. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Lindsay on the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
4-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, report. Jackson on. I got it.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Fights loose. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Jackson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
10 more yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
The Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a handoff for Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Ravens. Look at the big man rumble. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Here's a give to Lindsey. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
Taken down at the 45.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
8-yard attempt.
I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Complete.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Denver.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
One more time with Lindsey. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Jackson to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
13 yards.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, tight.
From the gun, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 35. Mike 35. Down to lose. We go. 35 to Mike. Mike 35. Mike 35.
Operating from the gun. Jackson going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
2nd and 11 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Devin Duvernay. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What we got? Give me a shot. 53, check. Hey. Big stop, P. Big stop, let's go.
To throw again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 29, Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
35 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of
right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, 89 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
throwing is Rodgers on third down. He completes this to Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A give running right, Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Marlon Humphrey. Rodgers pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey, what's that? Yeah. 35's the mic. I got you. I got 20. Finish up. Not today, you are. Not today. 35's the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, middle. 35. Who that? 35's the mic. Bring it. Mike 35.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Ingram again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
13.
They'll look to run with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
35-yard line.
Back to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Lindsey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll go again with Lindsey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey in the final minute. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Up for the extra point.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Andrews. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Intercepted by the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're at New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Flex on them. I did it all solo, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. And I hit that. And I hit that.
take all and you let go. But I know I got an antidote. Retain some kind of self-control. Looking down my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smooth, tell a joke. Holding my thoughts here, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, I need asylum. With a fateful mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. You came from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk